organization so we can get familiar before we bring our speaker for February edition. So you're welcome once again to Lily Soya Child Care, which is a non-governmental organization. We deal with total development of a child, and our services include health education, health advocacy, kidpreneurship, train the teachers campaign, educational empowerment, parenting education. So these and many more are what this non-governmental organization, Lily Soya Child Care, will render. And over the years, we've been able to touch different lives. We'll be able to impart through our services. So tonight is going to be an awesome time. Also, for this February edition, the parenting education, the theme for what we are looking at this month is tantrum. I'll be bringing the speaker very soon. But before we leave the floor for her to do justice, I want us to know that it is not a mistake joining this call. And we are all here with one expectation or the other. Please let us be with our writing materials. Let's jot down. There'll be opportunity for us to ask questions at the end of the training. So please make it a wonderful time. Get your writing material, please. You can jot your question down because at the end of the training, we'll have the opportunity to ask questions. So it's going to be a wonderful time once again. So our speaker for tonight, can everyone still hear me? I want to be sure I'm not speaking to myself. If you can hear me, just unmute and say something, please. Hello, are we together? Hello, can anyone still hear me?
We are with you. We are hearing you.
We can hear you.
Thank you. So I'll be reading I'll be introducing our speaker to us now in person of Folashade Ben Abonedeso. She is a wife, a mother, child care enthusiast, parenting coach, business woman, and a co-founder of Your Kid and I. Your Kid and I is a parenting platform that focuses on child care, parenting, and a whole lot around the family. Our speaker is a member of the Child Care Professional Association, CCPA. She was born in the northern part of Nigeria and raised in the southern western part of Nigeria. With a sense of passion and curiosity in the world of child care, Folashade has embarked on the journey of child care for more than 10 years, immersing herself in diverse training and experiences. Folashade has also explored the world of writing with her maiden book titled Chores Unplugged, a practical handbook for age-appropriate chores. So it's an honor to bring Madam Folashade to the mic. So she will have the floor now and do justice to the topic, the theme for February edition Parenting Education, which is Tantrum. So welcome, Madam Folashade.
Sorry, ma, we can't hear you. Your mic is unmuted. Okay.
Okay, sorry about that. Let me communicate with
Hello. Hello, good evening.
I hear you now.
Can you hear me?
We can't hear you. Yes, please.
Okay, good evening. everyone.
Okay, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Thank you for having me. My name is Folashade Ben Abonedeso, and I am a caregiver and healthcare enthusiast. Thank you for having me. Can you all hear me? Okay.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so I've been called upon to speak on the topic tantrums, which majority of us definitely we are all battling with it one way or the other. It's a general thing. It has happened to everyone, every one of us one time. Maybe when we were little, even as an adult, we all battle with tantrums. Yes, we have our own way of throwing tantrums here and there. So I'll be sharing my screen. I'll be sharing my screen with you now. Please hold on. Hello, can you see the screen?
Yes,
Can you all see the screen?
yes, very well.
Okay. So now we'll be taking this topic, taming tantrums in children. Now, I would like to go with what is tantrums. Tantrums is an uncontrolled outburst of anger, frustration, or distress in children, particularly toddlers. Yes, we battle with it a lot with toddlers, and which is it's something as a parent we can't how do I say it? We can't shy away from it one way or the other. One way or the other, we can't. So these acts may include whining, crying, yelling, thumping the floor, slamming doors, breath holding, thumb sucking, hitting head on the wall. I've seen several children do this, hitting their head on the wall, biting lips, tiptoeing, hair pulling, different habits. Out of frustration and anxiety, they tend to just do something that they feel it is okay for them. It's suiting to them, of which it is wrong because there are so many ways you can actually express yourself without doing all this. Are we here?
Yes, ma'am. We are with you.
Okay. I could remember growing up then, my mom always tell me that I can cry a lot. I can cry from morning till night. There is nothing in particular I am crying about because when you give me food, I will still eat. But what is that thing I am crying about? I will not say it, even though she knows. But she will just leave me to just, satisfy myself. When I am done crying, then I will come back to her and tell her what I actually wanted. Now, all these are just that is just my own personal way of throwing tantrums then, which could have been controlled anyway. I guess she has her own way of doing it. So let's move to the other one. It's usually not intentional though. Yes, it's not intentional, but when not tamed early, it leads to a normal habit and can be difficult to control. Yes, a child can start throwing tantrums with sucking their thumb. It is not out of when you see some toddlers sucking thumb, it's not because they want to keep quiet or you just feel once they are sucking, everything is fine. Sometimes it is not fine. Things are not fine. Something is wrong somewhere. Now, leaving that child to keep sucking on the thumb or just, crying. I have a child here at the crèche that sucks, how do I call this, arm, very close to the elbow. That's where it sucks. It will bite deep into that hand. And now he came to the crèche like that anyway, but we are trying to now curb it by wearing him long sleeve, whether there is heat or not. That is just his own normal way of throwing tantrums. So we have to keep wearing him long sleeve and make sure he doesn't, roll up the sleeve to bite that particular place anymore. Now he has learned to communicate what he wants. If he wants water, he will just go and bring his cup. If he wants to eat, he will go and bring his bag instead of just biting on the hand. It is not intentional. That is one thing. That is one thing. A child cannot just stand up and start crying or start hitting their head on something. It is not intentional. But if it is tamed early, it's better. And it keeps the society off you. Definitely, we are Africans. And when your child exhibits some things outside, they tend to put the blame on the parents. That child was not well trained. That child is this, that child is that. Everybody will say everybody will talk. That is just it. Now, parents are advised to keep calm and empathetic during tantrums to help children learn how to manage their emotions effectively. My senior sister, when a child starts crying, when her daughter starts crying, the next thing she will do, when she doesn't know what to do anymore, she will cry along with the child. She will cry and we will all start laughing. Sis, what is wrong with you? Instead of you to look for what is wrong with this child and she said she's tired. If she wants anything, she should just talk. If she wants something, she should just say it, not just crying. And she would eventually join the child in crying until she had to, we had to put her through and say, okay, she's my senior sister. Sis, okay, do this. Give the child the food. Do this for the child. Do that for the child. Do this. And once this child is okay, nothing is wrong, then if all this aspect has been settled, then you should be rest assured that maybe the child is just being cranky, or you need to bathe that child. Some kids just want to be cool, they want to be calm. And the only way, just bathe them and just keep them, they are fine. So all we need to do, not when a child is throwing tantrums, you just say, keep quiet. You start throwing your own tantrums by shouting, screaming, or just totally neglecting that child. It is not healthy like that. I have a baby that she got injured with a pin, I think in her shoe or so. And the mother didn't know. She was just crying. She was telling the child to keep quiet, keep quiet, keep quiet. The child kept crying. Something is wrong somewhere. You've eaten, you've been well fed and all that. Until we start checking our body, then she touched that particular place that we knew that something has happened to her leg. If not, she will keep crying and nobody will know. Because definitely, where did you see pin from? Is it nail? I think nail. Where did you get it from? To the extent you got injured. And are we still here? Hello?
Yes, please, we are here.
Okay, thank you very much. So yes, as parents, let's try and learn how to manage their emotions. Let's try and help them. They can manage it. They can. It is not by totally ignoring them. They can manage it effectively. Now, when does tantrum start? Children can start throwing tantrums as early as around 12 to 18 months of age. Usually it's 12 months. Some children can actually start earlier than 12 months. Some children can start earlier than 12 months. They can, in fact, for no reason, they will start. You will see them hit their head, and also if mothers will complain and you get frustrated at the long run. Though this can vary from child to child. It can vary. Tantrums often start between the age of 2 and 3. Yes, usually these particular ones, these 2 and 3, don't just indulge them at all. Don't even try to indulge them. Because the more you try to indulge them, the more they grow into it and make it an habit. And once it is an habit, it becomes something, it becomes a general issue that even at school, at home, in the society at large, you start looking out for who will help in controlling it. At this age, a child might not even listen to the mom saying, stop it. When they say stop it, they might not even listen to you. When you say don't touch it, they might not listen. But when an outsider says stop it, they know this person will not play with me. This person is not joking. Is that this person is ready to spank me, or I will run to my mom? They know, children knows who and who is indulging. They know who is indulging them, and they know, you can't hear me. Okay, this was some minutes ago. Okay, they know who is actually indulging them and the one trying to, keep them off the habit. And as children begin to assert their independence and struggle with their developing emotional regulation skills, tantrums gradually decrease in frequency and intensity as children grow older and learn more effective ways to express themselves and cope with frustration if well handled from onset. Let me say this, we are role models to our children. We are role models to them. And we are their number one fan. Whether they want it or not, we are just their number one fan. We are the number one role model. And whatever we do, they know. They know. There's a child in the crèche right now. I don't allow her to suck at home when she's in the crèche. But immediately a mom comes around to pick her, she will put that hand back into her mouth. She knows, yes, when I'm here, I can't do this. But once I get to my mom, I can do that. I've tried to educate the mom, and she sees it as long as the child doesn't disturb, she's fine. She has eaten, her diaper is not soiled, she's fine, she's not hot. All she just wants to do is to suck the phone, which I personally, it's part of my policy here. I don't encourage any of the habits. Now, if you don't stop it for them, now it will be difficult to stop it later. Though it will decrease, but the more you put them through, the earlier you put them through, the better. There are so many ways they can express themselves and they can cope with whatever is happening. Even as tender as she is, they can. So parents have to be stern. You have to, when you give them money. Hello? Hello?
Yes, we are with you now.
Okay. Yes, tantrums can gradually decrease in frequency, but it depends on your parenting skill. It depends on how equipped you are. It depends on how you indulge them and how you correct them. If you keep saying, leave my child alone, leave my child alone, when you go outside, the society will help you train that child, and you might not like it the way they will do it. It doesn't really go well with all parents, the way outsiders will treat their child or attend to their tantrums. It doesn't. Most children like that don't thrive well outside their home. They don't. They don't. Okay, we have various ways of tantrums. Now, various types of tantrums. But here I feel. Temper tantrums. These temper tantrums, sometimes when children are too hyper, you try to know on which side of the hyperactive they are. Sometimes that hyperactiveness can be it can be to just they just have to destroy something. That temper tantrums, yes. Some children can just, get angry and start throwing. My daughter does it one time like that. She does it one time like that. When she's angry, she will just scatter all the table. Everything on the table, you will see it flinging up and down. Until I had to set the record straight and say, Madam, in my house, you don't do this. I will not tolerate it. As long as I do not tolerate it from any other child I'm caring for, I will not take it from mine as well. It is not done. If you need something, you open your mouth and talk. Keep your temper to yourself. Learn to control it. Then attention-seeking tantrums. They don't want anything. They don't want anything. They just want you to just be with them, sit down with them. Just be around mommy or be around daddy. That's just all they want. Now, frustration. That's frustration. We just have to look for a way to find out what exactly is frustrating that child. It could be the environment. Thrive in a dirty environment. Yes, it is not. Some people are just like that. Then if it's noisy, if that environment is noisy, some children might find it difficult. I've been with different type of children, and I can tell you that I have one, when the place is crowded, he gets frustrated. It just gets to him. But when kids are now like maybe 3 or 4 in the crowd, you see him playing around. He doesn't just want it. He gets frustrated with little things, just gets to him. Little thing gets to him. We have sensory overload tantrums. We have change-related tantrums, yes. We have power struggle tantrums, yes. We have this one within siblings. When you see, it is mine, I'm your brother. It is this one, no, it is, you will see them, you will know. When they start exhibiting all those ones, you will know in particular which the child falls into. We have revenge tantrums too. We have revenge tantrums. We have manipulative tantrums. You said there's manipulative tantrums. Most parents fall under this. We allow them to manipulate us. We allow them to, as long as they are not disturbing us, we want to just give them whatever they want. It's not done that way. It's not done that way. When children becomes manipulative, it is dangerous to the home. It is very, very dangerous to the home. Because even when you are outside, I love to, talk about this outside, this society. It's not because the society are the one that bet my child for me, or because they are the one to train my child, or maybe I'm really, excuse me, maybe I'm bothered about what they say. To an extent, I should be bothered as a parent. Everybody wants their child to go out there and, express good behavior, keep all those things you do in the house that I condone, keep it to yourself. We are outside now, so no, we are outside. And we tend to forget that one thing will lead to another. And yes, what you want them to keep, they will express it outside. And it becomes embarrassing. It becomes embarrassing, actually. So when children start manipulating parents, it is not for you to say no. Even though, yes, we try as much as possible to say parents shouldn't say no all the time. But yes, when they start manipulating you, you have lost the control. That's just it. Once children start manipulating you, you have lost control over that thing. And to get it back might be very, very difficult. It will be very difficult. It's not even might, except by, you see parents at this point start spanking that child. Any small thing you slap the child, any small thing you beat the child, and you start manipulating they start manipulating you with it, and because you have lost control, you don't even know what to do anymore. The next thing is to resort to beating. And it's not their fault anymore. It is not the parents' fault. I always tell parents, no child can manipulate me. If once I say it is no, it is no. Even if I have to consider and compromise, it is not based on what you do, what you ask for or what you want at that moment. So please, let's just try. Yes, we have a whole lot on our hands. We have the society putting its pressure on us and all that. But yes, we cannot, the society we are trying to build now, when we are trying to build a sane society, then tantrums has to be dealt with. Even as an adult, yes, we throw tantrums too. But tantrums has to be dealt with from the onset. Immediately you notice it, you deal with it. So yes, why are children caught up in this act? I think I've said it earlier. Tantrums are a natural part of a child's development. It's natural. Now, the moment we know that tantrums are natural, it's a part of a child's development. It is part of their development. That same moment, we need to start thinking of how to curb it. And you see, and they often occur as a response to frustration, overwhelming emotions or challenges they encounter in their daily lives. So many things are happening even with our children these days. When you take a child to a caregiver by 5:30 in the morning, and you're going there to pick the child by 7, 8, 9 at night, the child is tired. The child is facing the challenges of life with you as early as that. And this may include communication difficulties, emotional development changes, unmet expectations, and so on. Yes, children exhibit their frustration in so many ways. In so many ways. The natural part of a child's development, they often occur as a response to frustration, overwhelming emotions, or challenges they encounter in their daily lives. You see these communication difficulties. When a child becomes hostile in a way, some children would just want to keep to themselves. Some children want to keep to themselves. It's just their own way of doing that. It's just their own way of throwing tantrums. And you keep asking, what is wrong with you? What is happening? Talk to me. Talk to me. No. There are so many things going on in that child's mind. So many things. So many things that they can't, they don't know how well to express themselves. They don't know how well to express themselves. Now, emotional development. When you allow a child manipulate you, actually, it will lead to emotional development. The day you start to say, stop it, mommy, what did I do now? They want to be heard one way or the other, and they will just manipulate you, and this emotional, they will abuse the parents emotionally. That's just it. So this their emotional development. You need to watch how they develop, watch their communication difficulties, watch the changes in behavior, the changes in so many things. Just watch. Let's just keep an eye on them, unmet expectations, and so much more. Now, what must be done to tame it early? Well, the most effective intervention for tantrums is to ignore. Hello, are we here? Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma, we are with you. We are with you, ma.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much, sir. Now, the most effective intervention for tantrums is to ignore behavior totally. Yes, it might sound odd. It might sound odd, but once you start giving them that listening here, immediately they start the tantrums. It becomes you give them the power to dictate. You give them the power to tell you what they want. You give them the power to tell you this is how they want it done. You give them the power to say yes or no. And from there, you start dancing to their tune. You start giving them whatever they want and answering their question. Okay, yes. Mommy, can I take Caprisol? Yes, please go ahead and take it, even though it's not needed. Mommy, please, can I watch cartoon? Yes, go ahead. Mommy, can I do this one? Yes, go ahead. You have never said no to a child. It is wrong. Because the child will go ahead and think the way it is done in my house is the way it should be done in another person's house. They might go somewhere else and they start throwing the tantrums for all those things I mentioned, and what they will get is no. And when they get a no for an answer, it will look somehow to them and like, what is it? In my house, my mom always gives me anything I want. My dad does this for me all the time. Anytime I want it, my dad will answer me. Anytime I want it done, my mom will answer me. You know, when we give them this power, it is difficult for them to thrive outside. So the best intervention for them is to ignore. Once they start throwing that tantrums, ignore them. As long as wherever they are, there is nothing that could pose threat to their health or anything. Maybe it's something that can injure them or something that can just make sure they can't injure themselves. Allow them, let them do it to their satisfaction. Let them do it to their satisfaction. When you are done, then you come back and tell me what you actually want, because we communicate. You don't manipulate me. You don't make me do what you want. Tell me. If it is a yes, I give you a yes. If it is a no, I give you a no. Sometimes even when it is a yes, I might tell you it is a no for my own reason. Once I tell you it is a no, know that yes, mommy doesn't say no to this all the time, but this one that she's saying no to, I think it should be no. Not when I say yes, 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 yes. I've said out of 10, I've given 8 yes, and I want to give 2 no. And the moment I want to make the no 4 and make the yes 6, it becomes a problem for the two of us. No. So ignore them. Allow them throw the tantrums. Allow them, yes, please. So minus the ones that hit their head on the wall. You might want to sit the child still. Sit still there. Cry all you can. You're not going to die. No, you won't. Cry all you can. Then when you're done, come back to me and tell me what exactly you want. But that I will drag you and start saying, okay, just tell me because I want my peace. No. You can't always have it to yourself. It might sound hard, yes, but that's the best thing to do. That is the best. If you don't want to be manipulated, if you don't want them to start dictating, start giving you conditions, and start telling you this is this, no. Ignore them totally. Okay. Okay, here are surefire ways to handle tantrums. Yes, these steps right here. Okay, number one is wait it out. Number two, don't entertain it. Okay, I've said it. Number three, give yourself a mommy break. Yes, to the daddies in the house, I'm sorry, but we have to use mommy because mommies are the ones that they are mostly with the kids in the house these days. Yes, it's mommy. Everything is now mommy, 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 mommy. Yes, we have our daddy and they are trying their best. Thank you very much. But yes, give yourself a mommy or daddy break or parents break. Yes. Let them explore their world. Focus on the real issue. Yes, you see this aspect. Focus on the real issue. Don't try to push it aside. Focus on it. Say less of no. Take away things if need be. Yes, you can. Okay, for these take away things, you can say when you do this, you won't watch your tab for 1 week. Okay? Offer breaks, play music, do something unrelated. Okay, let's take it one after the other. I think I have it all here. Okay. Tantrums is a total way of venting excess frustration, energy, and emotions. Just wait it out. And once it's dying down, offer some comfort. Then proceed to talking with the child. Now you see, this is like a step-by-step guide. Wait it out. Once it's dying down, offer comfort, then talk with the child. They listen. They know what they are doing. That they don't, it's not accepted. They know exactly what they are doing. And when you fall for it, it is difficult even as a parent to come out. It is difficult. Now, don't entertain it. Okay, do not engage with them at all during a tantrum. Yes, don't engage with them. It's tempting. It's tempting to try to calm them down, but don't give in to that. Screaming is a one-way ticket to being completely ignored. When you start screaming, I just keep looking at you. My own talk has been, if you did not cry in the hospital, they will not give you to me. So cry with no choristers. Cry very well. So you're exercising your lungs. My mom would say you're exercising your lungs. So they are allowed to be frustrated and upset, but you are not obligated to listen to it. There was a time I told my friend that I can sleep where four to five kids are crying. I can sleep. I can have a sound sleep. I can sleep peacefully. So if you think you want to cry, you want to scream your lungs, you want to, I don't know, you want to raise that volume even with microphone. You want to do all you can to get my attention. So the best way you can get my attention is to cry and do it. Be my guest. I will just be looking at you. Now, it's not because I am a wicked being or I'm a wicked caregiver or what else can I say? It's not because of that. But it's because I want you to know that all this you're doing would not get me to answer you. It won't. I will not answer you. We will be looking at ourselves like this. When you're done, you will calm down and tell me what it is. I won't answer you. That's just the truth. I'm not obligated to listen to you, but I will. If I want to listen to you, then you should be ready to communicate and in a manner that will make me attend to you, not the other way around. Okay, give yourself a mommy break. Okay, now have you ever heard of daddy break? Why is mommy break often mentioned? Okay, I think I've said it before. It's because we spend more time with the children, and hence, if not careful, we might fall into depression. Yeah, I have a friend that is not too good with this. She will just run away. She will run to her parents' house and leaving the husband with with the children. She would just go there for 2-3 days, switch off her phone, and just be sleeping. Just sleeping and waking up. That is her own way of running away from the children's tantrums. But does it help? When you come back, you still come back and face them. Now we have women falling into depression. Now depression is now even something of both gender now. So, but as a mother, as a dad, you might fall into depression when exhausted if you are not careful with your tantrums. So, okay, you might fall into depression while exhausted and taking care of the children, and we peg it at stress. Sometimes we don't even know the difference between depression and stress. We don't know. Because everything now it's together. I'm depressed from work, I'm depressed from home, from marriage, from my business, from society and all that. And when they ask you what is wrong, I am stressed out. So many things are wrong, starting from the home to the outside world. Now, you have the right to calm down and walk at your pace, despite the old drama. Motherhood is not for the faint-hearted. So please, if you need to go sleep, even in your neighbor's apartment, to get away, please do. You are worth it. Yes. Please do. Do. Last year, I think I organized a hangout for mothers. No child is welcome. No matter, even if it's a day old, if you know you're coming, no child. You see that 24 hours, we are having it to ourselves. I am worth some break as well. Mommy this, mommy that, mommy this one did this, auntie this one. I face them at the crèche as early as 5 a.m. If you are in Lagos, you will know crèche. You will know how crèche operates. I face them from as early as 5 a.m., sometimes 4:30. And I close the crèche by 10 p.m. every day, Monday to Saturday. Now tell me, when children at the crèche are shouting, Mrs. Folashade this, Mrs. Folashade that, Mrs. Folashade this one, okay, even the nanny on duty, Mrs. Folashade this one, and that one. And then my own children will now come back from school and start saying, mommy, 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 mommy. Ah, please, I don't want to die young. Honestly, I don't want to. So this year, we're going for 1 week break. Let the dad do the work. And if dad wants to go for break as well, we pack the children to grandma. Let the grandparents do some. The society we are now is not the same as our grandparents. So they can't tell me, no, they had it all figured out. No, they don't. So now it is different. Everybody has to work. Now, when I go through that, sometimes I will be in my room and it will look as if a child is crying. That child is crying in my head. They've all gone home. But I can still hear their voices. I can still... So please, if you need a break, as a mother, as a father, do not deprive yourself of it. Don't deprive yourself from it. You are worth every break you want. You are worth it. Okay, focus on the real issue. Okay, rather than punishing the symptoms of the issue, work on the actual issue. You can't punish a child. It is explanatory. You can't punish a child for throwing tantrums. But you can talk to the child for saying, you can punish on, how do I put it? Okay, let me see. There was a time my daughter was crying to have Hollandia yogurt and biscuits after school. And I said no. I said no because I was already preparing lunch. And you want to take snacks. And I know once she takes that snacks, she will not eat again. I said no. She cried and started doing all sorts. And I stopped her from taking snacks after school for 1 week. She thought it was a joke. For good 1 week, I stopped her from taking snacks to school and from taking it at home. Now, I made her understand one thing before doing it. I told her, I said, Ariel, did you cry yesterday before I gave you the juice? She said no. Did you cry before I gave you biscuits? She said no. I said, so why cry now? Because I said no. She was looking at me. I made sure she satisfied herself by crying. But the following day, I doubled the food in her lunch bag and I refused to put snacks. For 1 week, she knew. When a class teacher asked her, Ara, where's the snack? She said, I'm on punishment. She told her, I think she was 4 years that time. She told her, she said, I'm on punishment. And she knows. Okay. Say less of no. Okay. There's a school of thought that if a child reacts terribly every time you say no, then say it less. Yes. Instead of outrightly saying no, no yogurt, you can say, I won't be giving yogurt, but you can have biscuits. Create a balance, even when trying to tame tantrums. We have to create a balance. It's like you want to compromise and help the child have an option. I won't give you biscuits, but you can have yogurt. Okay, I won't give you yogurt, but you can have biscuits. Either ways, balance it up. Always offer 1 or 2 good choices. Yes, it also helps. Okay, mommy didn't give me yogurt yesterday. She knows how to say that one very well. Mommy didn't give me yesterday, so maybe she will give me tomorrow. And the following day, if I refuse to give her, I say, mommy, you did not give me yogurt yesterday now, so give me yogurt today. Sometimes I just say, okay, take it. Then the 3rd day, you might not even take yogurt, you might not take biscuit at all. It doesn't mean I'm a bad person. In as much as I want to try and say less of no, I will still help you in having choices. I have to, it is just, I will have to help you in making some choices. So, wow, our time is well fast spent. Okay, do something unrelated. As long as the kid isn't actively endangering themselves while throwing temper tantrums, I completely ignore it. Yes, that's me. I ignore it. I make it a point of going about my business and doing something wholly unrelated to whatever led to the tantrum. I don't even visit your spot. I don't even look at your site. It didn't take long for my kids to learn that the screaming and fusing, okay, I've said it. It didn't take long for them to learn that the screaming and fusing won't get them what they want. It won't get it. For me, it will not. And the earlier you know that, once you start throwing yourself up, you will not get it. The better for you, the better for the two of us. You will not get it. You will not. Now, compromise, okay? If you give into a tantrum, find a way to make it seem like you're compromising for some other reason. But not because of the tantrum. Not because you're throwing tantrum, not because you're hitting your head, or because you're sucking, or because you're screaming. No, I'm not doing it because of that. I'm doing it because I actually wanted to give it to you. But you were not patient enough to wait for me. Hence, I am giving you late. But I'm not giving you because you're throwing tantrum. No. Yes, I always tell my 5-year-old girl, you know how to ask. So if you want something, use your words and ask nicely. Ask me. I've made it a thing in the house. When I say no, you don't need to question why it is no. And if you need to question it, I will still try as much as possible to explain to you. And once I have explained to you, do not drag it further. Don't drag it further. I will not listen to you. Don't drag it. Don't drag it. Now, okay, I think we've come to the end of the class. And the 3 pieces of advice to give your children. Just, I don't know if I should use the word teach. Just tell them to be happy, no matter what is happening around them. Be happy, have fun, and be kind to your body and your heart. It is very, very important. Your body, heart, and soul. Yes, they need all kind of happiness and all kind of fun. So with this, we have come to the end of the class. Thank you so much for staying through. Hello.
Wow. Hello, ma'am.
Thank you so much for staying through to the end.
Thank you, man. This
Thank you
is
very
an
much.
awesome delivery. Really appreciate you for this, man. Wow, I've really gathered a lot of experience from your teaching, and I must say, there is one of my cousin. In fact, this tantrum things is one of the things he's battling with. You know, when this boy is angry, he tends to bend his head. You know, you just keep mute to yourself. You will see, you can perceive his expression. It's kind, the old muscle will come out, and at that moment, you know, people look at I feel a wish I don't touch him, just leave him. By the time he's done, he will relax his muscle. So with
Yeah.
with this lesson, I have been able to understand some things and what I'm going to put in place to ensure that this thing is managed and we can overcome that situation for him. Thank you very,
Yeah.
very much, ma.
You're
God bless you,
welcome,
ma.
sir. You're
Yes, ma.
welcome. You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah. So we would like to take any question. Wow, we have like 2 people have left. Wuraola, I know you by the name you save your contact with. Wuraola, do you have any question? Any question for our speaker before we discharge tonight? Fatima, are you here with us? Please, if you have any question, kindly ask.
I don't have any questions. Thank you very much. I so much enjoyed the class. It was interesting. I appreciate it.
Wow,
Thank you. You're
very much.
welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome,
Thank you.
ma'am.
So, in the absence of further question, I think we can call it a day here. So, once again, I want to appreciate our speaker for this insightful teaching. And I will use this medium also to appreciate the founder of Lily Soya Child Care for putting this together, for imparting lives of people beyond parenting, also for other activities done. So we really appreciate you. So I will believe that the knowledge we have gathered today is going to go a very long way, and we'll share testimonies and we share the way we will be able to use this to tackle any challenges as a teacher, as parents, and God will help us in Jesus' name.
Amen.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much, sir.
You're so
Yeah,
much
you're
welcome.
Thank you.
We are looking forward for another class. Thank you.
All right.
All right, ma'am. You're welcome, ma'am.
All right. Good night.